In a relationship, when is it the right time to move in together?
Ideally, in a perfect world, which, there's no such things, but I would suggest at least after a year or more of dating, like, especially if you're going to get an apartment together, where you're both going to be on the lease. But I wouldn't suggest doing it after a few months, even though I've violated that rule a lot of times in my life, especially if you're dating internationally. It's like, the girl's coming to visit you, she's going to be staying with you. You're not going to make her stay in a hotel for 3 months or whatever. So those things are going to happen. But typically what happens is you start dating a girl, and especially once she falls in love, and if you're applying what's in the book, usually within 6 to 7 weeks, she's going to be in love with you, and then she's pretty much going to be stuck to you like a suckerfish anyways, and won't leave your side, and will always be at your house, or you'll always be at hers, when you guys aren't working or whatever. So that's just kind of the normal progression. But like buying a house together or moving in together where you're both on the lease, I would say at least a year or more of dating. But, once you sign on the dotted line and a lease, or you buy a piece of property together, it's really hard to unwind that if things don't go well. But if you're applying what's in the book and you've been dating for a year, you're pretty much living together all the time anyways. You're just always together, whether it's at her place or your place.
Yeah, it's just not like official with the lease. Yeah, signing a lease within like 2 or 3 months is not a good idea because you just don't know that person really,
No, from experience, anytime I've ever lived with an ex-boyfriend, it never ended up working out because, like Corey said, you don't know that person, and you never gave it time to get to know their quirks or their habits or mannerisms at their house.
She's messy, leaves dishes in the sink.
Yeah.
Leaves her clothes everywhere.
Or he pisses on the floor. There's, hair.
Spits a toothpaste into the sink.
There's pubic hair everywhere. Like, I don't know.
And there's sticky bodily fluids stuck to the mirror in other places, and you don't know what the hell it is.
No, yeah. So definitely, as Corey said, I would just
skid marks
wait.
in the toilet bowl.
Ew. That's gross.
Uses all the toilet paper, and there's none left.
And leaves
right
the
when
roll,
you had diarrhea.
and leaves the roll on
They
the
put it backwards
thing.
too.
Oh no, you gotta have it this way.
Exactly. They could do the
I
backwards.
always change it anytime, even if it's not my house. I change it at other people's houses.
I remember, I don't know why, but now I remember this story. I was in my early 20s, and I used to live with this friend of mine, and then I had moved out, and then like a year later, his dad put a bathroom for him because he was living in the 2-car garage that had been converted to a bedroom, which was a really cool big bedroom. And so this bathroom got expanded. It was in the kitchen, and so there was like a seating area and stuff. And I remember we all went out one night, and I don't remember what I ate, but we came home, and I was about to have explosive diarrhea. And so keep in mind, everybody's in the kitchen, probably about 15 feet away from the door in this bathroom, which was one of those like sliding doors. So there's, I don't know, like a ½ inch underneath the door. And, I'm in there just trying to squirt it out without just the big explosion. And I could tell they could hear me. And so I'm making all these. And then, of course, there's like 2 ripped up pieces of toilet paper left on the toilet paper roll. And there's none under the cabinet. There's no Kleenex. There's literally nothing in there.
Oh, my God.
And I've had explosive diarrhea. And so I'm trying to, the water's going for a long time. I'm trying to clean myself up. And then I open the door, and they're all looking at me kind of laughing. And I was like, it was so embarrassing because there was this girl there that I really liked and wanted to date, and she's like literally 10 feet away from the door. As I'm, and like one of my other friends, he just starts ripping on me, because they could tell I had diarrhea. I was like, oh man, it was bad. It was embarrassing.
I say embrace the diarrhea.
Embrace the diarrhea. I was like, you heard that?
Yeah.
Did you ever get with the girl?
No.
It must have been real bad.
No. That wasn't why I didn't have any game back then. I didn't know what I was doing. I was too nice.
Nice guys.
She dated one of my friends, though.
That's nice.